what would you maybe say to those that are, a little bit gun shy, a little bit on the fence? They've been burned in the past from other companies, or they've tried other things from themselves, like for themselves, and it just hasn't worked out to the way that they want, but they still have whether, a lot of student loans or, a lot of, feeling like they have golden handcuffs or things like that. What would you maybe say to them if they're in a situation where they are financially okay, for them to maybe get over the fence?
I would say, like, if they're on the fence of joining this company, I'll say go for it because this is pure legit. I mean, I tried it a bit. Of course, I got scared because I'm a single mom, nobody to lean on at this point, and it's just me and two kids that depend on me. So I took the leap of faith. Honestly, it was a leap of faith for me, and I decided to give it a try because I didn't know anybody who has tried it, not personally. I didn't know anybody who's tried it. So I was just like, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And I'll tell them, do it because you're going to see the results.
So I've already kind of heard a little bit about you. You've got, you're the youngest of four kids. You're a
Five
pharmacist.
kids.
You had five kids.
Yeah, youngest of five girls.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry. So you said you had four sisters. That's right.
Yes.
Okay. So you're the youngest of five kids. You're living in Georgia. You're a pharmacist. What else is it about you? You've got two sons. What else is there to know about you and your professional background?
Well, one of my sisters, I'm a twin. One of my sisters is a twin. We're twins. She's in North Carolina and I'm here. So the exciting part about moving to North Carolina is that I'll be closer to her. I mean, we talk every day almost already. So being closer and our younger ones at the same age. So they'll be excited to always be together.
Yeah.
Then about my own professional background, well, I've been a pharmacist for 10 years. I love being a pharmacist, but I'm trying to find a way to make another income because, like I told you already about my student loans, I'm trying to get that running off the ground because it's like it's not moving anywhere. So I'm trying to find a way to make more income, which I tried before. Was okay, when I graduated from primary school, I worked with one retail company in 2020. During that whole pandemic, I got laid off. And well, with life, I had to, liquidate my 401k I had at the time. Then it was 80,000, but by the time they gave it back to me, it was less than 40,000. So I lost a whole lot of money with that. I mean, that was 2020 was a hard year. It was a very, very hard year for most people, not just me,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for most people. So yeah, I lost the money with that when I, you know, liquidated my 401k, but I needed the money at the time. If I didn't, I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
And since then, I've not opened a 401k just because of that bad experience. So I was trying to put my money in stocks. I even tried affiliate marketing, which was a fail, a big fail. I mean, I've tried different things, just trying to make income. But with this, okay, so when I sold my home a few months ago in October, I prayed to God. I was like, God, please, now I'm a single mom. I have two kids. Help me find a place to put this money where it can grow. I will like even on Facebook, I saw your ad a couple of times. I saw it the first time. I was like, oh, okay, just another one, another one. And then I saw it again over and over and over. I was like, let me give this a try. I clicked on it, I listened to it, then I put my name on it at the end, when they say put your name and email, contact info.
Mhm.
Then not too long, less than an hour later, I got a call. I was like, I was so shocked. I got a call. Then he was like, I think it was Carson. He called me. Then he said, do you want to set up a call to get to know more about this company? Are you interested? I was like, yeah, sure. But I was a little bit skeptical because I tried so many things. I was like, please, please, God, please, I do need to put my money somewhere where it can grow. But I really felt more at ease, though, to be honest. I did feel at ease. I'm also one that I like to take risk, a little bit of risk. But at this point, I'm like, I don't know how much more I can lose at this point. So he called, I remember the dates. It was the end of October, October 29. Then the 31st is when I made the actual payment to actually join the community. I was excited. I was excited. But again, okay, the day before me making that huge payment, I said a prayer. I was like, God, please lead me. If it's wrong, just let me know it's wrong. Okay. But I woke up really excited the next day and I was looking forward to it. And ever since then, I'm happy I'm here.
That's amazing. And one thing that I really enjoy about this conversation already is your outlook, right? I mean, you're smiley, you can't stop smiling, and there's been a lot of things for you that you're working through and you're living through, praying through, and the person out the outlook that you have is positive, and I really appreciate that. That's a breath of fresh air because um you know I'm a believer myself. My mom says you're not supposed to look like what you've been through,
That's true.
and so if it's been hard or if there's been trying times, still wake up, put some makeup on, or brush your teeth and get yourself out of bed, put a smile on because God loves you, and you're going to be okay because you're one of his children. And every day above ground is another day, another opportunity. You've got kids that are looking at you and want you to be okay, and all of those things. So I really just I just want to say that it's inspiring because people go through, like you said, back in COVID, you had a tough time, but a lot of people had a tough time. And, just having that type of demeanor is it's rare in this time with people having, like things that they're going through. And I really feel like what you're displaying here is exactly the heart of what our business is just having like-minded people that are forward thinking. They're thinking about the long term. They do have a little bit of kind of risk tolerance available. They've had things go like your 40K with your 401k. They've had other failed automation options. You tried stocks and different things like that, and you just realized that some things weren't for you, and they weren't meant to be. And so you said a few prayers, I'm sure, to find out, if this could work or how it would work, or give you a sign that it's not for you. And so I just appreciate that approach. So for you, what got you to the point where you were a bit skeptical, but you were excited as well? What officially just made you join ATN?
Okay, I remember I was just looking at random videos on YouTube. I really was. But at the same time, okay, I sold my home October 7th, got the profits October 8th. I remember looking at places where I can like the high income savings accounts to put my I remember I was researching it that day. I was like, well, they say you can only put your money here for a year and then that's it. Okay, then I was like, okay, what next? What after? You know? I don't know. I really don't know. I really just clicked on it. I was like, let me listen to this. Let me listen. I keep seeing this over and over and over again. Let me listen. And I just did it. I really did. I don't know what made me just move. I just
So
was like,
it was just a kind of a gut feeling,
yeah,
just something that felt right.
yeah,
Yeah. And so
yeah.
how about the setup, right? You got the license, you scheduled your welcome call. How was the onboarding process? How did that all go for you?
It was very, very, I'm like, okay, this is a real person. It's not an article. It's a real person. It's not like, really, it's a real person. Like he gave me the number. I could text him whenever if I had a question, which I did. I had questions. It was just like, and the response was immediate. I was like, wow, that was so real. It felt like I was not just a number, like do not call me in 3 days or something. It felt very comfortable at ease. It was smooth, very smooth,
Yeah.
especially with Carson. Then I remember my next one was with Julio.
Yeah.
It was so good. Yeah, I've not had any bad experience with this.
Awesome. What about ongoing communication? You know, it's been a few months. How about ongoing communication if you had any questions or wanted to get any additional insights? How's that been for you?
Yeah, they introduced me to Slack. So all I have to do is just type on in Slack and they respond within an hour. Sometimes they respond and I'm like, oh wow, you responded already?
Yeah,
Because I'll be expecting like maybe a couple of hours or so. But yeah,
that's
sometimes I miss the response because I didn't even know they responded that quickly.
of course. Of course. Yeah, we take pride in that. So maybe it's the response times or the availability, but what in your eyes compared to some of the other things that you've done or tried in the past or what your expectations were, what do you feel like makes ATN different?
It's very different, like especially like you said with the communication. And of course, I'm seeing profits already. That's the number one.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's number one. I'm seeing profits already. And my goal is not just for, I'm not trying to leave it there just for a year or two. If I could leave it there for at least 5, 10 years, I don't know. I don't know how long is this company going on for. Like if I
Yeah.
could leave it
To
on for
plan for decades.
yes, if I could just let it just sit, because I just wanted to let it sit and forget about it. Eventually, when I can add more, I want to add more. But of course, I'm trying to buy a house right now.
Yeah.
So,
So how quickly, so you saw your, you know, you got your account set up. It was pretty straightforward. You have the ongoing support, but how quickly after you got everything, your account up and running, did you start seeing your account start to generate?
honestly, like the next day, really, the next day, I didn't know, the next day.
Yeah.
I try not to really go in and check it all the time because I just want to forget about it in a sense. Just
Sure.
forget I have that there. Just leave it and just forget about it.
Yeah.
And then after a month after the setup, who was that? I think it was Julio. It was Julio that contacted me and talked to me about if I'm interested in diversifying. And I did that a month ago, diversified the profile a little bit. I did that just to see how it works. So, and I'm glad I did that too.
Yeah. So
I
where,
did the gamma. Gamma is a little more risky, he explained, right?
yeah.
I
Yeah.
wish I could put a lot more in gamma because I'm seeing a lot of profit from there, but I'm just like, okay, they said it's a little more risky. Don't get
Yeah.
too
So yeah, that's what we always talk about with our members is like, look, you know, pay attention to your risk tolerance because, you know, don't just get shiny object and see these types of returns that are, you know, higher than the more conservative options.
Mhm.
You know, just make sure that, you know, you have your portfolio balanced according to your risk tolerance. So it's good that you kind of maintained, okay, this looks good. Well, I'm glad that I have some exposure to that.
Yeah.
But let's keep that there. That's excellent. So where would you, Marie, where would you rank ATN, you know, compared to the other ventures that you tried at this point?
Oh, I bought wait, what, 1 to 10 and 10 being the highest.
Or just yes, okay, fine. We'll go with that.
I'll go with above 10. Seriously, this one, at least I'm not doing anything at all. I really am not doing anything. I really am doing nothing. I'm just letting it sit and then the work is done.
Yeah,
I'm not doing anything at
yeah,
all. That's amazing.
yeah. Well, I
That's
mean,
amazing.
that's technology at work. There's AI, and there's algorithms that are being used, but then of course, as well, like we talk about, there's professionals that are working in terms of the actual trading teams that are monitoring and just making sure that things are not going off the rails and as much as they can prevent. Of course, like we always talk about, there is risk. It is the market. It is trading. But the idea is risk mitigation and capital preservation. And so, you know, I'm glad that, you know, you're long-term minded on those things, but you answered the question, how passive has it been? And you was like extremely passive. So the last question that I have for you, Marie, would be for there being, I know you were a bit skeptical at the beginning as well. 90% of our clients are, you know, as well. What would you maybe say to those that are a little bit gun shy, a little bit on the fence. They've been burned in the past from other companies, or they've tried other things from themselves, like for themselves, and it just hasn't worked out to the way that they want, but they still have whether, a lot of student loans or, a lot of, feeling like they have golden handcuffs or things like that. What would you maybe say to them if they're in a situation where they are financially okay, for them to maybe get over the fence?
I would say, like, if they're on the fence of joining this company, I'll say go for it because this is pure legit. I mean, I tried it a bit. Well, of course, I got scared because I'm a single mom, nobody to lean on at this point, and it's just me and two kids that depend on me. So I took the leap of faith. Honestly, it was a leap of faith for me, and I decided to give it a try because I didn't know anybody who has tried it, not personally. I didn't know anybody who's tried it, so I was just like, I'm going to do it.
Yeah,
And I'll tell them, do it because you're going to see the results.
yeah,
I mean, if you're trying to do it now to take money, maybe in a few months, that's not a good idea, right? No,
yeah,
no. Yeah, leave it. I mean, I'll just say, be ready to just let it sit there for a few years. Mine, I wanted to sit for at least 10 years, though.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to sit for at least, I don't want to touch it.
100%, Maria. I appreciate you taking the time, and I'm happy that you're satisfied, and everything is working the way that you want. And just know we're only a message away. If ever you've experienced it, just let us know if there's any questions, anything that you need. We'll either respond back or get on a call with you, and then just make sure you're taken care of.
Thank you so much, really. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Enjoy the rest of your day. Again, have a happy new year, and we'll talk soon.
Happy New Year.
All right.
Bye.
So every 30 days, I talk one-on-one with my clients, and that was their experience. If you want to learn more on how we help our clients earn 60% or more per year, then click the link in the description below.